What's up, nerds? Phoenix from Phoenix TV here with another edition of Let's Play Minecraft. Guess what I got? I got a diamond pickaxe. Not only is it a diamond pickaxe, it's got silk touch. We can build this build that I've been wanting to build for a long time. It's a little bit off track of what the last thing was, but those two are connected, and so with that, I'm going to go get some ice. Because I could get pretty much everything else, but ice? No, couldn't do it. Go figure. So let me go get some ice, and then I will be back, and we will commence work on Greenhouse Part 2. Here we are, just a couple dozen blocks away. Over here, where it's cold enough to make ice. Really, that's all I care about. Because I've been needing this stuff for, good God, a handful of builds for a long time. Okay, now it's going to be the fun part, is getting back with all my nice things. If I lose this silk touch pickaxe now, there may not be a next episode. I'm just saying. I got a handful of small things I'm going to do first, so bear with me, but they're pretty awesome to me. The library, you may recall that I've been working on this thing forever. The good news, it's done. The entire library is full of books. I've been working on this thing for so long, and it's taken so much leather and so much sugar cane. So to see it fully filled with books, it sounds lame, but it's hard to put how pleased I am with the work I put into this thing. So I'm proud of it. The next thing is a little shout out to my friend B2 Red. He's completed Outlast, both the regular game and Whistleblower. And if he hasn't by now, I'm going to be really upset. But I made him his own little locker. So if he ever comes to visit, here's where he'll sleep. In his locker. You're welcome. But now for the meat of this episode, I'm going to be working on expanding the greenhouse, especially with the potato, with a couple other little tricks to it. And it's going to take a long time. So let me gather up the rest of the resources I'm going to need for this thing, and then I will see you whenever I'm over there. Alright, and now with a nearly full inventory, I think I have everything I'm going to need. Let's get to it. Step 1, I'm going to break these two things here. Well, I don't need to break it. I can just take the glass. It's a nice change of pace, actually. Okay, according to my math, I need to go to 675, which is pretty far out there. Let's see just how far. Jeez. This is that corner. I want extra space on it, so. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of digging. A lot of cow noises too. Captain's log. Day, what feels like 8,000. Finally putting in dirt. And this is for half of this section. And sadly, it's kind of the boring half, but gotta start somewhere, and this is the easiest place to start. Throw in the water, and there we go. We have the very bottom part. We hoe it up and put in some carrots. Okay, I think that's the basic farm layout. Now, gotta figure out how to make it all work. Oh, this is complex. Build the underside, maybe that'll help. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm planning to have the coal train automatically feed coal into this furnace. But I need the railing to work for that. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how I managed to pull it off, because it's really complicated to get everything to fit in such a condensed area. But to help me, I'm going to go ahead and build the rail for it. And then I will see if I can work around that. Okay, however many days in it is, I've completely lost track. I have the carrots in, and I have the basic part of the railing. I need to figure out where it is. I need to figure out all the rest of the stuff, so I'm going to try and base it off of this, which is going to require me to put in some stairs and then figuring out the height. But that'll then help me figure out exactly where everything needs to be, which frankly is really hard to figure out, let me tell you. Anyway, whenever melon pops up, it'll come over here and lay it down, and then I'll have a part of the coal train is that it's going to feed through and then hit an activator rail, and then that one will play all the way around and hit this. And so every time the train comes around, it'll pop these, and if there's a melon or a pumpkin, it'll break, slide down in here into that chest. Pretty neat, if I do say so myself. Finally, after battling this thing for what feels like forever, I feel like I've finally got it pretty well down. Not entirely certain yet, but as it stands, this seems to be about how it needs to be. Okay, now I think I've got all the tunneling right, and the water shouldn't have a problem. So now I need to get the ice in, which is it's been the whole reason I couldn't build this before now, is that I need ice to get everything to flow properly. Okay, now this sticky piston is attached to the wiring that powers the pistons down here. So every time the coal train comes by, it'll change the state of this, which should cause it to pulse just long enough that everything can slide into its proper place, and then down and through. Because I'm crazy and just can't stop working on this thing, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the skyrail to connect it. All that's there. We saw that there were pumpkins earlier. Now what we should be looking for is I'm going to put this minecart on this rail, and when I get there, whenever I can get back to the greenhouse, it should be furnacing. If it's not, it should be really close, so we shall see. Minecart away. The minecart should have picked up some coal along the way, right along this rail, even if it's slow. Make it. Alright, there we go. It's going to go along the side, go through, dispense some of its coal, cause the weird thing with the water to go, that way the potatoes can go down. Possibly? Maybe? Kind of? What got in? Coal did. We have oak in there. And dirt. We don't want dirt. Potatoes! Alright. For the love of everything. Holy crap, it worked. Okay, and with this piece of glass, that completes the greenhouse part 2. This super epic, mega, gigantic, friggin' thing of awesomeness. I'm trying to get you an angle from way far away. Maybe even give you a little before and after. This thing it took just under 4 hours. It's a beast of a thing. I don't know how long this video is, but I can tell you from first-hand experience, this thing is really cool. Not to mention we have the skyrail up and running, the coal train skyrail up and running, at least one part of it. Constantly feeding the second part of the greenhouse so we can have free baked potatoes. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm stopping. I'm done. This has been Phoenix from Phoenix TV. Thank you for watching.